welcome back to Saving Salvage, and today we are back on the Mustang. So a couple of days ago we fitted all the rubbish at the front that hadn't been done before, all the little things, did that wing, put the headlights in, did the wiring on the front bumper. So that's all I've done. All the little bits are done, that kind of behind the scenes stuff that is not really visible. So today we will be fitting that wing properly, fitting the near side wing as well, getting the bumper on properly, everything wired up in the front, and engine covers back on, coolant topped up, the radiator panel on as well, and then we'll get the bonnet down, check all the panel gaps. They should be fine because I've already test fitted them in a previous video, and get it on the floor. And it should, well, actually no, sorry, we've also got to fit the under tray as well, so we'll get that fitted in today's video as well. Right, as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you do enjoy these videos, please do like and subscribe and put your bell notifications on when I make a new upload also. Right, let's crack on with today's video. So we're going to start off just by getting this wing fitted properly. As you can see, it's just a little bit out here, just need to do a little bit of jiggery. There's a couple of bolt holes here, one behind the door there, one behind probably the 5 litre badge there, a couple at the bottom, and the ones along the top are fairly straightforward. So we'll get this wing properly into position, and then we'll start on the other side. I've also just received a Resonator delete for the Mustang, which is an H-pipe section which just replaces the Resonator, which gives it a little bit more noise. Massive thank you to Benno_S550, who's on Instagram. He sent that to me as he no longer needed it, so massive thank you to him. If anyone wants to check him out and follow him on Instagram, I'll put his username in the description for you. So thank you to him, and we'll also be fitting that today. Right, so I've just paused working on the front wings for the moment because I was getting too impatient now, and I've got this exhaust I want to fit, and I really want to see what the difference in sound is going to make. So what I'm going to quickly do is start up the complete stock system, just so you guys, I know you've heard it before, but just so you guys can see, cold start up, a little bit of idle, and I'll give it a quick little blip. And then what we'll do is we'll lift it in the air, unbox the new exhaust. I think we've got to cut the Resonator out, fit it, and then we'll start her up and see what the difference is. Right, so there we have it, our unboxed H-pipe. So that is a Resonator delete, and just to show you what we will be deleting is this center Resonator here. So obviously it bolt clamps onto these two existing clamps, and then it completely deletes that Resonator, and it will join, right, I don't know, roughly about here. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to cut the exhaust here and here, which I cannot do because I don't have an exhaust cutter. So as I was just saying, I don't actually have an exhaust cutter, so I've just had a look, I can't get one. Amazon aren't delivering until at least Friday, so that's no good. So I'm just gonna, that's why I've removed the whole exhaust, just so it's a little bit easier, and I'm gonna just use my angle grinder and just have a nice clean cut. So obviously you can see, I've got it on top of each other there, so I can mark the exact length, and what you can see is here, it's a bit of a sleeve, it's about 1 3/4 sleeve here, so I need to make sure I cut the exhaust, so the standard exhaust will go into the sleeve, probably about 1.5 inches, just so it's just short of hitting the end, so we don't have any issues with fitment. So what I'm going to do now is just cut it hopefully about here. Right, as you can see, that is the standard Resonator now cut off. expert with my angle grinder, if I do say so myself. So that is now the H-pipe in position on the rear, on the back boxes. That's just fitted in nicely with the sleeve, and I've just knit them up just so they don't move, so then we can reattach the exhaust and get it then plugged in at the front as well. Right guys, it's all fitted. A little bit of hassle trying to wiggle them around because there's about 4 different things to line up at once, but managed to wiggle them all around into the correct positions, done them up all tight. So exhaust is all now fitted. So now we're going to go for a first start up and see what the difference is. Right, so that is noticeably louder on idle and in revving. It's not too much. Obviously, I'm not really going to be a very good person to compare it to a stock system because I've never actually driven it on the road. So I don't want it ridiculously loud, you don't want it droning, or I don't want it droning, anything like that. So I thought this was the best thing to go for to start with. Don't get me wrong, if it's not loud enough, we can always do something else. There are quite a lot of options with the exhaust on these. So what we'll do is, obviously when it's all up and running and restrictions are lifted, we can take it for a spin down the road and see what it sounds like. But as an initial impression, it is louder, but it's not massively louder. So I think that's kind of a good thing. I don't want it to be too loud, if that makes sense. So it sounds good. The Resonator Delete does sound good. It does sound better than stock. So we shall see. Just quickly also, a few of you guys and girls have been asking where I buy my tools and equipment from, such as the soldering connectors. So what I have done, I've created an Amazon store, because most of my stuff I buy is from Amazon. So anything I buy from Amazon, I will put it straight into my store, and then I'll just let you know when I use the tools. I can say, look, I've now added this to my store. Click on the link and it will take you straight to the product, the exact product I have bought. Just makes it easier for everyone. Right, so that's now the exhaust all done, back to fitting the front end. So both wings are now fitted and they're properly fitted down in the corners as well. So now we're going to go for the front bumper, which will hopefully then make this look fairly complete.
Three, two, one.
the Mustang now back together, it looks absolutely epic. I'm sure you'll agree. Right guys, that is all I've got time for in today's video. Got everything pretty much on. The only things I haven't put on is wheel arch liners and the under tray, because I want to check underneath, make sure there's no oil leaks or anything amiss. So I've left it off for the time being until we can check it properly with a road test. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Cheers guys.